Leadership Without the Fluff, Episode 4, Get in the Trenches. Welcome back to another LinkedIn First video. My name is Troy Stone King. It's called LinkedIn First because we put it on LinkedIn before it goes on any of my other social channels. We're in the middle of a series called Leadership Without the Fluff, where we discuss critical foundational principles of leadership without a lot of fluff. So here is today's. It's called Get in the Trenches. Get in the trenches. Some time ago, I was leading a couple of teams who were highly technical, and we planned to replace a lot of technical hardware in one building. Now, a couple of the floors we could do, in the evenings, and it was no big deal. But then we had to do the main replacement of everything in the actual room where everything connected up, and another floor right above it. This was going to require taking the whole building offline, and in the course of a few hours, replacing every single piece of network hardware on both of those floors, pulling out all the wires, disconnecting all the wires, and reconnecting those wires back. We scheduled this to start late in an afternoon after a shift ended, and we planned for an all-nighter. And you know what I did? I stayed with the team all night long. Why? Because I had a sense of responsibility. I wasn't going to ask them to spend all night doing a job when I wasn't going to be there with them. And in fact, during that time, I didn't just supervise and make sure they were doing it right. Oh, heavens no. I had screwdrivers in my hand. I was putting in place routers and switches. I was holding them. I was listening to, I was taking instruction from the experts on my team of what goes where and which cables need to be connected into which ports. You see, I humbled myself to be in the trenches with them and to listen to their expert input. Now, I've had many managers, directors, leaders, bosses over the years. And sometimes I'll find a boss who is non-technical, and she or he will still do what they need to do to learn enough to jump in and help out, and that's amazing. It's fantastic. But I've had other situations where I've had a manager or a director or a leader who set the vision, told us what to do, and then just stayed away while we did it. You know what? That's not a leader. Leaders are in the trenches with their teams. Leaders don't just say, hey, I'm gonna cover your back. I got this for you. No, leaders show it with their actions. Leaders are in there with their hands, making things happen, being part of the team physically. So if you want to be a leader, you need to be in the trenches with your team. Of course, that's not going to be the case every single time. There's a reason you have these experts on your team, right? They need to do their jobs themselves. But sometimes they need the extra pair of hands and the moral support that you're there in the trenches with. And by the way, those teams that I worked with, before I did that overnighter with them, they thought I was a good boss or a good manager. They appreciated me. But after that, it was a completely different level of respect, because they knew it wasn't just the words that I was saying. The actions that I took proved that I was there for them. You want to be a leader, you've got to be in the trenches with your team. So here is your action step. Where can you get in the trenches with your team? Ask the people on your team where they need a hand. Ask the people on your team where they could use your physical presence to make their jobs a little bit easier. And then you jump in. You jump in. Hey, these videos are short. I hope you appreciated this foundational principle. Remember, this video is Leadership Without the Fluff, Episode 4, Get in the Trenches. Don't forget, we've got videos, all the videos on the YouTube channel, working on a backlog, a few of those. That's youtube.com/Troy Stone King. There's a lot of my videos that are more personal relationship oriented and personal growth oriented over there. from what I put up on Facebook, but I put those on YouTube as well. That's youtube.com/TroyStoneKing. And also working on a course now on how to ask for and likely get a raise. Spent quite a bit of time working on that last evening, and it's really coming together. I'm so excited for the possibility for all of you. So if you've got any interest in that, drop me a private message here on LinkedIn or send me an email live@TroyStoneKing.com. Just gauging interest, no commitment at all in that. So my friends, you're a leader. Get in the trenches. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.